Deputy President. A couple of weekends ago, it was a terrific privilege to stand side by side with thousands and thousands of Australians, and in particular West Australians, at Perth's Cottesloe Beach to protest against the Western Australian shark kill policy. This is an appalling policy from Premier Barnett, and you know the majority of Western Australians understand that the ocean is the natural habitat for these creatures. And I must say that Premier Colin Barnett and Minister Greg Hunt are mutually complicit in this bad policy. Greg Hunt has approved this with absolutely no evidence that it will prevent any deaths. He signed the exemption on the 10th of January, but he did wait 10 days before making it public, and I'm not sure about the reason for this secrecy. Maybe it's just more of the veil of secrecy that we're used to with the Abbott government, but I tend to suspect that he felt that he would be exposed for having made the decision in a rush without any evidential base for having made that decision. That's what I suspect why the delay was made. Under the Act, our National Environment Minister may only allow exemptions in the national interest, in the interests of defence, security or national emergency. So it's very, very clear that Minister Hunt is vastly overreaching here. I believe he has made this exemption against the national interest, and there is no evidence that it will in any way guarantee the safety of people in the ocean. It is a decision that damages our conservation values and international commitments, and it is also something that our own WA Fisheries Department said was unlikely to be effective. In fact, they said the likely effectiveness of netting or other capture programs as shark hazard mitigation strategy in Australia, they make these points. Shark control programs result in the capture of a wide range of bycatch, including marine mammals, turtles, sharks and rays, who are not implicated in attacks on humans. Shark control activities pose a risk to dolphins, and drum lines are therefore not recommended due to the environmental impact. So Labor would not have approved this exemption if we were in this position. So it really does put Colin Barnett and Greg Hunt as being equally culpable for this appalling policy. It requires a proper environmental impact assessment, and one I don't think would actually stack up if it was undertaken. Sharks caught on drumlines can in fact be seen to attract other sharks, as reported by fisheries crews. Is it any wonder that the Rottnest Island swim said, please take the drumlines away before we swim to Rottnest. We don't want these drumlines here because we consider them a potential hazard. The environment seems to come last in everything the Liberals do at the moment, whether it's marine conservation, forests. There is carte blanche to operate without recognition and consideration of our significant natural heritage. Now, shark attacks are indeed rare, terrible, terrible tragedies. But the money that is being spent on this shark control program could save more lives if it was targeted to our hospitals, to our mental health systems, to road safety, learn to swim. Many more people drown every year than will ever be killed by sharks. So we really need to think about whether this is an efficient thing to do. We also need to think about the biodiversity impact of this. Sharks are absolutely vital to the ecosystems of our oceans. Dead sharks equals dead ocean equals dead planet. So we really need to respect this species. Shark fishers are concerned over the potential loss of breeding stock. And, you know, I think there's a good direction here for WA with the shark barrier off Coogee. So in closing, I just want to say I stand by those who take a stand against this terrible policy.
Thank you, Senator.